how's it going, young people? I'm Gabbs.
And I'm DeGe.
And this is the child-friendly, kids-friendly, family-friendly, all around just
friendly.
It's the E for everyone.
The E for Everyone podcast,
Yeah, E for Everyone video, where we try to curse the least amount as possible. So,
Okay.
how's everyone doing? Good. Love to hear that. So today we have a special episode. Why is that?
Well, Gabbs, the reason that we have a special episode today is because we have a guest. So we have our friend Ian here. He goes to school with me, and he's also a film major. So, hi Ian.
Hello.
How are you?
I am doing swell.
You're doing swell?
I am glad to be here. I even wore my special boxers.
Oh!
Those pizzas?
Pizzas? Really?
Yeah.
All right. I'm into it.
Nice.
So yeah.
This is the first one in a while.
Yeah. It's mostly been one-offs and stuff like that, but
I think we won.
Yeah. But we've been on vacation for like this whole month, so it's like
July has not been a good month for either one of us.
No, yeah. Gabbs was on vacation for like most of June.
June and July have really just been not good.
Yeah, Gabbs was on vacation for like most of June. I was on vacation for since last week as of recording this episode, and then we're gonna be down on vacation again later at like the end of this month.
Mm-hmm.
But
August is pretty clear. So.
August is gonna be clear, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be able to catch up on a bunch of stuff.
But I've been working on a couple things too. Like I decided to do one big episode that's going to be like I'm going to try and craft my editing skills there. Mm-hmm. So maybe it's going to be a 5-in-1 video. Kind of like
Damn, son.
It's gonna like I decided that what's the point of making 5 separate like 5-minute videos and I can just make a 10-20 minute one.
Why not?
I can just edit the fuck out of it. Oh,
And
there goes the E for Everyone right now. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
I hated it.
We didn't watch an E for Everyone movie.
Oh no, we did not. No, we did not. But
No.
yeah, when it comes to just like content on the channel, we're gonna be seeing. At least we're gonna be seeing Spider-Man sometime soon, so we'll get a review out of that. I'm gonna do a one-off of Alien Covenant, and Gabbs is gonna be doing those that one big one-off episode. So that's the slate for release right now. And then we're gonna get back into the swing of things of watching movies whenever they come out or whatever movie we want to see.
We'll get back more in the swing of things in March, and then there'll be just another sharp decline into September.
Yeah, pretty much. You're gonna be seeing a lot more one-offs on that during like September, October, and all that stuff. But let's not worry about that now. We got a guest here, and we saw Baby Driver. So let's talk about it.
Everyone's actually gonna be bleeding.
Yeah. So Baby Driver is the latest film from amazing director Edgar Wright. I personally don't think he's made a bad movie yet. So when this was announced, I was really excited because I really, really enjoy his movies. He's kind of an influence of mine ever since I saw Hot Fuzz way back when. And since then, I've loved his movies ever since. Scott Pilgrim's a great movie. He's made a bunch of great movies. So when I first heard he was doing Baby Driver, I was really excited to see it. And I avoided like every single trailer for this. And so I just wanted to go in completely blind. And yeah, what about you, Ian? What was your like first impressions regarding Baby Driver?
Like
what did you expect or?
Going in.
Yeah.
Well, I saw a couple of trailers, and I'm just like, this is Edgar Wright. He won't disappoint me.
Right.
Big fan of his. I think like Hot Fuzz is definitely probably my favorite comedy. Yeah, I was just going into this, kind of like, I was interested to see how he approached a different style other than comedy. And I think it really, really worked.
Okay. And what about you, Gabbs?
I saw a trailer. It looked like Drive, so I was like, I can see this. And I saw Hot Fuzz. Did he do the other trilogy?
That was his trilogy.
Okay. Yeah. I liked Hot Fuzz. Shaun of the Dead I wasn't really a big fan of. I haven't seen it at World's End, but you know what? Oh well, that's my experience with this movie.
Yeah. So yeah. I thought this movie was great. I thought it was not his best, but definitely up there in terms of Edgar Wright movies. And it's really hard to kind of rank his movies because they're all so freaking good.
Yeah.
But I'd say that with his transition into more of like a crime drama thriller type thing, I think he did a very great transition into that genre. What about you, Ian?
I think, yeah, like I said, I wasn't sure how he'd handle this, but he handled it, like, flawlessly, in my opinion. I just think that, you know, what he said, it looks like Drive. When you get down to it, the plot is basically Drive, but the style is totally different. It's more like Guardians of the Galaxy than this, you know, what Drive was.
Like neo-noir crime thriller, yeah.
I agree with that. That's more Guardians of the Galaxy meets Drive. But I don't really know what to think of this movie. I don't know, because there's so much I like about it, and there's so much I fucking hate with it. So in the whole car ride here, I was like, man, I really fucking hate this movie. But wait a minute, that part was really good. But I fucking hate that. But that was also not that bad.
So you're literally like split down the middle with it.
I don't think it's a good movie. I don't think it's a bad movie. I just think it's. I don't even have a problem with calling. I don't know. I don't know what to think of this movie.
So you said, all right. So to quote you in a couple past episodes, you said Assassin's Creed was the most meh movie you've ever seen.
This is the most.
Does this take the cake?
This is probably no. It's not the most meh because like I get like. That's just a time killer movie, Assassin's Creed. This is like. I don't know. I don't know if I would see this again. I don't know if I would. I don't know whether or not I would.
Well,
This is the most perplexing movie I've ever seen.
Oh shit, dude!
I can't get my head around what my opinion of it.
Well, what are some of like the specific things you didn't really like?
Yeah, let's go into what we liked about the movie first.
I'll start off. Technically, this movie goes from pretty good to fucking superb. Some of the shots, like shot for shots, were really good. And the one thing I really hate about that, technically, is that I don't believe that like it's all like just like the editing is good, but it's just not believable. Like the fact that everyone's guns went off to the music, I just like it's like as a concept is I like, but seeing it like just seeing it and hearing it, it's just like that's bullshit.
Well, I mean, like that's kind of the point, though. It's just like style.
I know,
it's not
but
supposed to be taken seriously. I
don't like the style of them. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah, that's totally understood. Like, because what you're describing is.
Whoa. You don't like the style. Literally, that was all of Hot Fuzz. Just like things being synced to music sometimes.
Except this, well, there's a lot more music.
Well, there's a lot more music in this, but
fair.
like it was like teased in Hot Fuzz.
Wasn't it? But that was like done like in comedy. Like this is just an action movie. Like I can just.
And well, I don't really
like
think
it was
that's
funny
an
to
issue.
just hear it. Like because I actually kind of like I can like okay, it's funny. Like oh look at like guns and shots are going off with a beat. Oh that's funny. This is an action movie. It's just kind of like that. Why would you stop like just to make a beat, just make it work, where you just keep killing that guy? You know, I would just keep shooting instead of just stopping for the beat. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't remember seeing Anthony Gabinelli is Baby in this movie. I remember seeing Ansel Elgort is Baby in this movie.
We'll get the Baby later. I promise you.
Oh shit!
We'll get to him later.
That's a prelude if I've ever heard one. But one of the things that I think is actually my favorite part about this movie is definitely the just how Edgar Wright just makes his movies so energetic and just frenetic and stuff like that. Like with one of my favorite scenes in this movie is in the beginning when Baby like goes to get coffee for the first time, and like it's just one long take of him going to get coffee, just like dancing to like the beat or whatever, and then like on the backs of the walls you see like the lyrics to the song and stuff like that. It was kind of just like a pseudo parody of like musicals from that time, like the 70s.
Yeah, but like
kind of, yeah.
The thing with that is like, why would you like? I like the one shot, like the long shots, you know, those very long. I like that. But why would you make it like right in the beginning of the movie, like when you're doing like, oh, executive producer is this fuck, oh, associate producer this schmuck, music by Rick Sanchez. I don't know. Can you just?
I didn't know this was a Rick and Morty.
I know. Morty, you're gonna really like this. You're gonna like the fuck out of this music.
You're gonna drive, Morty. You gotta drive.
See, like, okay, the thing with that, opening long take is, I think it works because it's the credits. You know, no one gives a fuck about the credits.
Yeah, but like,
But the thing is,
like,
to
if I'm
make
working
someone
in this
care,
movie, I want people to see my name.
yeah, to make someone care about the credits, you got to put something juicy behind it. You know, like.
Yeah, but I don't want to like.
Like how Deadpool did that thing where it was like directed by some asshole.
Yeah,
Or, like,
Yeah.
I like that. That was really fun. I don't know who directed it still, but
fuck him.
I remember that.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I think it just works because it just meshes with the style of the movie and stuff like that. But like, what I mean by like I like his like style is like I just love the way he incorporates visuals into the story and like not like symbolism, but like the way that he just like like for a prime
Like
example.
the song says "yeah" and you can see the word "yeah" written on some tree.
Yeah, like but like that, but
I
like
thought it was
also
neat.
like
Just neat.
it's neat. But like what I mean like is like. In the beginning, but just before the title card that says Baby Driver just shows up, like you see a shot of this building. That's like it's like a tilt, and you see this building, and there's like a big yellow line going right through the middle of the building.
Well, two of them. So it looks like
like two big yellow lines going right through the middle of the building, and then there's like just plain building on the side, so it looks like a road.
yeah,
You know, it looks like a highway, which I thought was so cool.
yeah, very
and then,
creative use of that angle.
Yeah, and then just like all of the transitions in between when they're going from scene to scene. Like the one I really liked was when they were in the laundromat together, Baby and Deborah. They were in the laundromat together, and it zooms in slowly on like a washing machine spinning, and then it dissolves into a vinyl record.
Yeah, but
which
like,
I thought was awesome.
I feel like I've seen that in like so many music videos though. It just didn't do it. I like some of the transitions, but they all didn't work for me. That one didn't.
Even the one with the sunglasses.
The
Yeah,
sunglasses was my
I felt like
favorite.
I
That was
felt like I've
flawless.
seen that like too many times too.
Really?
I feel like maybe some I don't know like
See,
where,
but
but I feel like I've seen it before.
It doesn't matter to me if as
does
long
feel
as
very
it's
familiar, I'll give you
executed
that.
well. Like as long as it's executed well, I could care less if I've seen it like 2 or 3 times.
I mean, I'll agree with both of you. Like, I could give two shits because, like, it does feel very familiar. I do feel like I definitely seen that before, especially the vinyl record one, because there's a lot of things I feel that have been like spinning and then into a vinyl or like something else that's spinning. I will give you that it's very familiar. But on the other hand, like, if it's executed well, it's executed well. You know, you got to give credit where credit's due. So I definitely agree with that. But another thing that I wanted to bring up, aside from just like the fantastic visual style, you know, like honestly, if you've seen an Edgar Wright movie, you know what to expect. You have a fantastic cinematography, fantastic editing, fantastic just use of music or whatever. And then, but one thing I really want to touch on is the acting in this movie.
Oh yeah.
Because Jamie Foxx in this movie nails it. He fucking kills it in this movie, and John Hamm as well.
Yeah, pretty much everyone nailed it.
I totally agree.
everyone.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey
Pretty
too.
much everyone.
And like again with an Edgar Wright movie, you're gonna expect a lot of phenomenal on-point dialogue as well.
The dialogue was amazing. Like one of the best. Just one of the best.
It's definitely one of his better written movies, I would say. Like the one scene, a prime example, the one scene when John Hamm, I forgot the girl's name,
And James or the other one.
No, the
Darling?
Mexican one.
Yeah, Darling.
I think Darling. Yeah, I think her name is like Genesis Rodriguez or something. I don't remember. I don't know what the actress's name is.
I don't think that's her.
I don't know.
I
I have no idea. My point being is that there's one great scene where John Hamm and Jamie Foxx are talking about like how if you're on Wall Street, you're like a bigger crook than they will ever be. I don't know, that scene I thought was
That's
fantastic.
The one in the diner?
Yeah, when they're in the diner, they meet Deborah for the first time, or the criminals meet Deborah for the first time, and then also just like the little quips and banter that they have when they're like getting away, or even before like a heist or stuff like that. It's just like there's a lot of personality to these characters, and they're really really cool, I think, and they're just like all deplorable human beings anyway. So like you're just sitting there like, man, like these are fucking terrible people, but like, goddamn if they aren't like funny or like have some good lines to say or stuff like that.
Very true.
And especially Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, that's pretty much with everyone, I think. Pretty much, emphasis on pretty much.
Pretty much.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah, but I mean, Kevin Spacey again knocks it out of the park in this movie. The man's born to play a villain. He could be menacing, threatening.
Yeah, he was Lex Luthor.
He was Lex Luthor. Holy shit! Yeah, he was Lex Luthor.
Let's not forget.
And then on House of Cards too, he plays like an anti-hero or whatever. I've never watched.
We're not talking about House of Cards.
Yeah, wasn't like last season like total shit?
I want to get.
Don't get me started.
I want to get into that too. How is that?
Okay, the first. All right, yeah, the first season,
television show we're going to be reviewing on the Cinema Dash.
The first 2 seasons are great.
Okay.
Third season's like Fourth season's alright, and then 5 is just.
Oh,
I was just getting progressively worse.
I watched like the first episode, like, man, I can get into this show, and now that I heard it, I'm like, oh.
I don't know, like political thriller really isn't my thing.
Like, okay, the first 2 seasons are phenomenal, but then you can stop watching after that, honestly.
Yeah.
Is it like I can stop there and it'll make like sense, or is it like a cliffhanger?
No, actually, now that I think about it, it will make sense if you stop
Doesn't he
after
become like president
season 2.
or something?
Yeah, I mean, spoilers, but yeah.
I mean, like if you had a TV, you could see all the advertisements.
Actually, I wouldn't, because it's Netflix and it's not TV based. You watch it on your laptop. You fuck.
Oh jeez.
Well,
yeah.
Well, we're getting sidetracked.
This review I'm gonna pop off. Fuck that E rating I gave earlier.
Shit, dude.
You've already.
It's gonna be F for fuck you and your family.
Oh shit. But yeah, I mean, Kevin Spacey, the man's born to play a villain. He's fantastic.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Jeez.
no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, the man's born to play a villain. He's threatening, menacing, and then he also sprinkles in a little bit of humor whenever he can. He's phenomenal in this movie. Jamie Foxx is fantastic. John Hamm gives a surprisingly great performance near the ending.
John
of the movie.
Hamm in this movie.
I know John Hamm's fantastic.
Like
I love
he
John
started.
Hamm.
He
But, like,
started.
I've never really seen him like do like.
Why'd you say surprisingly though? I feel like
Because I've never seen him do like a full on. I've never seen Mad Men, so I don't know if he's like that in Mad Men.
Yeah,
but like
me
I just assumed that he was really good.
yeah, I mean like he's won Golden Globes for it, so like I would imagine so.
In the beginning of the movie, it's like, this guy's pretty good, but then like towards the end, when he really ramps up, it's like, wow.
He's ruthless and he's awesome. Like I never thought John Hamm had it in him to be like this badass.
No,
like,
John Hamm was really good.
John Hamm! Hell yeah, John Hamm. But
that's an insight.
that's an insight. We'll tell you about that. But
Alright.
yeah. So John Hamm is fantastic in this movie. I was really surprised to see John Bernthal didn't get a lot of screen time, which kind of
Yeah,
sucked.
I love him too.
I love John Bernthal.
I was so hyped for him in this movie, and then it was just like, oh, he's in the first scene. Then he kind of goes away.
He's just kind of like whatever, and then Kevin, they explain his disappearance.
Like,
But
yeah.
like I would have liked to see him more.
What was his disappearance for, guys?
It was like Kevin Spacey doesn't do the same job with people twice.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Well,
twice.
but
Except for Baby
Except for the
And Jamie Foxx.
last.
and Jamie Foxx.
Except for the last mission he organizes, which is the same other people, but we're.
Well, I mean, like it wasn't like a mission.
Well,
They were just going to pick up guns.
Well, I mean, he also said that with Baby too, because that didn't make any sense. Like, he said this was well written.
It is well written.
No, I mean, there's a couple of loopholes here and there, don't you think? That we just talked about.
Yeah.
Oh, Jamie Foxx is in there.
I mean,
twice.
we were talking about the dialogue, but yeah, there are a few plot holes.
Yeah.
I'll give it that.
But yeah. So glossing over acting, because pretty much everybody in this movie is fantastic. Yeah, cinematography, phenomenal. A lot of great shots. Edgar Wright's known for that shit. If you ever seen an Edgar Wright movie, you're gonna get quality cinematography. You're gonna get quality editing. Oh my god, the editing in this movie, holy shit!
Yeah.
During the car chases, holy fucking shit.
I will say this: I really like this movie because just like technically wise, like I said, this is a really good movie technically. Editing wise, probably my favorite part, except for like in the beginning, it was very like jumping, cutty. Like, oh, we're here. Oh, okay. Like, can I please
Like
catch up?
sporadic.
Yeah, it's just
yeah.
like I couldn't keep up with it, and it's just like I don't like that fast, like how fast paced it was. But then it settled down, and I liked it for like the rest of the movie.
Yeah, it gets more like controlled as the movie progresses. But
Like, it's supposed to be like energetic. I get it, but like there's a limit to being energetic.
Okay, I
I
gotcha.
think.
Yeah, it makes sense.
You're gonna get a lot of like smash cuts that he does of like whenever somebody like grabs something, like zooms in on it and then like does the action or
I like
whatever.
that, too.
You're gonna get a lot of that. That's like an Edgar Wright trademark. So yeah, if you've seen any Edgar Wright movie, you're gonna get what you signed up for. You're gonna get fantastic editing, fantastic cinematography, great writing, whatever. So that pretty much covers what we liked about the movie. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? What we liked about the movie?
I like some of the songs.
Oh yeah, the soundtrack was fantastic.
the
How about we
soundtrack.
gloss over that? I mean, this whole movie's based around movie.
The
music.
soundtrack is very important.
The soundtrack
to
is
the
phenomenal.
plot.
Sometimes it's pretty good. I feel like it's just some guy who left a Spotify playlist on, but the guy also like hangs out with his parents a little too much. I feel like it's like that kind of a guy. So there's like a lot of a lot of good songs that no one's heard of.
Yeah, like a lot of obscure 70s songs.
I heard enough like after like the first 3 or 4
I mean, it matches with the plot though, because he's probably using.
I know. I thought about that in the car too. I was like, oh, this guy sounds like I just said like out loud, like, oh, this music sounds like some guy who hangs out with his parents too much and just left the Spotify playlist on. And I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Baby Driver lost his hearing with his parents because they died. There you go.
But you know, if you ever watched our podcast, we're gonna get into spoilers. So.
That's not really a spoiler. That's kind of like
No. I'm gonna talk about a spoiler. The one thing that John Hamm did that I fucking loved in this movie was he was like, I'm gonna take away something that you love, and I was like, oh, he's gonna shoot the girl, but no, he actually shoots like his ears so he can't hear. I thought that was fantastic. I thought that was awesome.
great.
Yeah.
That was a nice little twist. So that was really fucking cool.
Spoiler that he shoots at him. You know?
Well, I mean, like, it's the end of the movie, and like,
Yeah,
it's what happened at the end of the movie.
Dude, we spoiled so much shit on this podcast.
It seems to be a significant plot detail, so.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's whatever. My point is that John Hamm, that was awesome.
Because it happens at the end of a movie, does it make it a spoiler?
Kinda.
So let's.
Well, John Hamm and Baby are friends at the beginning of the movie, so it's like,
Yeah, exactly.
and it makes that point in the trailer, you know.
Okay.
So it's like,
Okay, I got you.
but yeah, anyway,
I got you,
like,
fam.
I got you, fam. But like, yeah. So music in this movie is fantastic. A lot of obscure '70s songs, some funk, some rock, a little bit of everything. Some punk actually. The beginning song was punk.
Like 1 or 2 raps.
Yeah, 1 or 2 raps. Some Run the Jewels songs on here. Fucking
Yeah.
love Run the Jewels. They're great.
Their OG self-titled song.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah, and they also did a song for the. Sorry, I just got like. But they also did a song for the soundtrack too with DeGe Shadow, which is pretty good. It's called "Chase Me." Check that out, viewers. Good song. But anyway, yeah.
You did not
So
get paid. You didn't get paid to say that.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Run the Jewels, give me free shit. But anyway, yeah, that pretty much covers what we liked about the movie. So let's transition into what we did not like about the movie.
Okay.
So
All right.
you said you had something to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, talking shit.
I got something to say.
Yeah. I'm about to pop the fuck off here.
Oh, shit, dude.
The one thing in this movie I hate so much, I couldn't stand it the entire movie, is Baby Driver himself and his stupid bitch of a girlfriend. Like they're so unlikable. I don't care. I don't care about anything they've done the entire
Give
movie.
two shits.
Everything they do is bullshit. I just can't like it. I don't like it at all. They just should have died. Should have died. Honestly, would have made me like them a little bit more if they died.
Jeez.
Fuck. They had a tombstone right there that said Baby Driver.
Yeah.
Fucking dead.
And Deborah.
And Deborah.
What fucking name is Deborah? Who names her child Deborah now?
I mean,
How old
I
is
think
she?
you're forgetting a famous wife on a sitcom named Deborah.
You mean Everyone Loves Raymond?
I think you know exactly what I mean.
Yeah, but how old is she though?
I don't know, like 47.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, like, I'm not talking like who names a child now. Who names Lily James Deborah in a fucking movie? Deborah's such an old woman.
I look like
name.
her mom.
I don't know. Are you? Oh, shit.
No.
Oh.
But no, I agree. That was actually gonna be my main flaw about this movie too. Is that the relationship between Baby and
It's so unlikable.
Deborah is not good. And like that's kind of a big flaw with the movie too, because that's like most of the film. Like when you can't get your two love interests to
Hey
get
guys,
together.
we hung out like twice, so now I'm gonna ask her to go on a road trip with me and
yeah,
never
it's
turn
kind
back.
of like,
I'm like, what the fuck?
I know, and I think it like pretty much implies that like time passes, but like still.
No,
it's like
that's bullshit. I would like to see that then.
Okay,
I like the characters
but like, so.
Yeah, prove me wrong, Ian.
I'm not proving you wrong. I'm just saying.
I'm about to pop out some
I'm
more.
just saying it is kind of like, oh, he sees her listening to music and is like, I listen to music. That's something I do. I should immediately
You like
tap
music?
that.
I like music too.
Yeah,
But no, I will
basically.
agree that
You like
that's
my-
probably the
you
weakest
like my
part.
tape
Also,
recorder?
on that note, I'm not
Fucking wall
sure.
sound. Love it.
On that note, I'm not sure how I felt about his southern accent.
I'm not sure about how I like about anyone's southern accent except
I mean,
for.
like,
I mean, obviously
me and Ian-
it's supposed to be in Georgia, so it makes kind of sense, but
it's in Atlanta. I won't say that.
Atlanta. Good show, by the way. Watch that. Anyway, what I'm gonna say is, I will agree with Gabbs that that's probably my main gripe with this movie is that the love interest between Baby and Deborah is not really that great.
So
it's kind of it's very underdeveloped. But as characters themselves, I liked Baby. But me and Ian were actually talking about this in the car. It's like this movie is like basically Drive. It's like
No.
Edgar Wright's version of Drive.
Here's what this
But,
movie
like-
is. Let me just say this.
Okay.
This movie really wanted to be Drive, but it really wanted to be like the cool uncle of Drive.
Uncle of Drive.
But you know what it is? He's a fuck. I hate that.
He's the kind of uncle that's like, hey, can I have $100? And he's like, okay, sure. And then he gives you fucking prostate cancer. That's what he gives. He's that kind of.
I don't know where this is
He's that
coming
kind
from.
of.
I don't know where this is coming from.
I don't know, man.
That's not even possible.
It's triggering.
You can't give someone
I'm just
prostate
kidding.
cancer.
Yes, you can.
How?
You sprinkle a little prostate
Salt
cancer.
bay a little prostate.
Salt bay a little prostate cancer
Jesus
right on
Christ.
that bad boy. But no, what me and Ian were actually talking about this in the car, and it was like kind of like a funny concept or whatever. I was saying like, Ian, like. This is kind of like the start of like a Drive cinematic universe, where like hear me out on this. Hear me out.
Kill me.
So
Just leave it alone.
Hear me out on this, right? So this movie is basically the same plot as Drive, right? So it's like
It is.
It is, right? It's like getaway driver who like wants to get out of the business, falls in love with a girl, they can't be together, eventually end up separated or whatever. But this one has more of a happier ending or
Yeah.
whatever. So
Would you call it
I
a
was
happy
thinking,
ending?
yeah, it's pretty happy ending.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, it's pretty happy. But like, here's the thing.
Oh wait, yeah, I forgot. Like the very end part,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
was also bullshit.
Whatever.
The whole ending
But-
is bullshit. I hated it.
You
We'll
hated
get
the
back
ending. You
to
hated
that.
them in the garage.
They should have died. I would have liked if they died. I like when the characters just die.
The fucking garage? You're telling me that was bullshit? That was awesome.
Yeah, that was
Garage.
so cool.
The thing in the garage with John Hamm.
Yeah.
No. I mean like the
He-
very
like
end.
the court- or like
Like, what
the
happened-
court
like, what
thing.
happens to them? You're like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He said sorry, so you should probably let him off the hook. Fuck you!
Let him off the hook. He got 25 years. He got
Like, you should let
25.
him off the hook because he said he was sorry for most of
He
it.
got 25 years in federal prison. That's not off
5
the
years,
hook, my
he
guy.
didn't get probation.
Five years for parole, but
I
like
think-
it was probably got off earlier because of good behavior because he didn't say shit.
No,
Yeah.
you're like, no, it's okay. He stole my car. He said he was sorry. Fuck you.
I mean,
Next question.
But anyway, so what I was saying is like this could be like the start of like a Drive cinematic universe because this is basically the same plot as Drive, but like it's kind of interesting to see like different directors with their take on it. So like when you have Nicholas Winding Refn do Drive, it's like a slow burn neo noir crime
You know what it is?
thriller.
You know what it is? It's a perfect fucking movie.
It is a perfect fucking movie. It's my favorite movie ever. Hell yeah! But anyway, holy shit, my screen shit. But anyway, so yeah, you have like neo noir, crime thriller, slow burn, drenched in influences from the '80s and neon and stuff like that. And then you have this, where it's like, where it's like action, crime, drama, sprinkled in with a little bit of comedy, with Edgar Wright's very, very noticeable stylistic choice. So like, I was thinking like, they should just do this like every couple years, like. Make this movie where it's like getaway driver, blah, wants to be love, whatever, but
No.
just with a different director.
No.
Well, no, obviously not because it would be stupid as fuck. But
Yeah.
like it would be interesting to see, you know, just like different. And it's just like an experiment
don't
to
give
see.
Hollywood producers
You know what?
ideas.
Yeah, right. No, but it's just like an
Hollywood
experiment to
producers
see.
taking ideas about like taking stupid ideas. They had 5 fucking Transformers movies. They'll
Yeah.
take anything.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it would be
Fair.
like a really cool experiment to see and just weed out how different director, like, where you could tell how a director directs his movie. Like, if Quentin Tarantino did this movie, it would be completely different than when, like, Nicholas Winding Refn or Edgar Wright did this. If Stanley Kubrick did this, it would be completely different. If fucking Steven Spielberg did this, it would be completely different. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? No, this movie sucks nuts, and I'm popping off. This movie doesn't hold a candle to Drive. Fuck you.
Jeez, that's a strong opinion there.
I'm wild. Yeah.
I'm an explorer, and I'm coming.
Oh boy.
We gotta show you that too. But anyway, so yeah, Baby Driver. My main gripe of the main gripe of the movie is definitely the relationship. But other than that, I mean, and the ending too. The ending was really bullshit.
Yeah. The
because,
dress is bullshit.
whatever. And that's what I've been hearing a lot of people say is that the ending is bullshit.
It is because honestly they didn't need to say like 5 years later they get together. I mean,
It's implied.
It could have just been implied.
It
like,
is,
and
yeah.
that would have been fine.
Yeah.
If it ended at him putting like the gift, like the postcard on the mirror, that would have been fine.
Yes.
This movie could end.
exactly.
This movie could end like 3 or 4 times, but it just kept going.
Exactly. The postcard with the 2 people with like the couple
Yeah.
in the car.
That could've been-
That would have been perfect.
That would've been fine.
It would have been perfect. And you know what? I feel like maybe that was a studio choice because
Yeah,
Edgar
that's
Wright
highly
is
possible.
way smarter than that. You know what I mean? He's way smarter than that. The studio could have been like,
could've ended off with
the studio could have been like, listen, we want a happy ending. Exactly.
It could have ended off on them driving off in Georgia, or wherever, and just listening to his mom in the car, like just driving with the 2 of them. Could have ended there, but
That would have been fine too.
That would have been fine. Nope, they had to add the police there. Could
Yeah, really, that added like an extra 15 minutes to the movie. They didn't need to be.
That's very
Like, hey,
true.
yeah.
Because in effect, it's the same thing that happens.
Exactly. And like, yeah, sure. If the studio wanted like a little bit, like, oh, okay, he gets 25 years, 5 years parole, whatever, like that's fine. But if you would have ended it on the postcard with the couple sitting in the car, that would have been a perfect implication of like 5 years later.
I would like the ending.
It would have been fantastic.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, I feel like that would have been a studio choice. That was a studio choice because like Edgar Wright is so much smarter than that.
Yeah.
He really is. If you look at any of his other movies, he.
Oh.
Oh
no.
If you look at any of his other movies,
Should I close the door?
yeah, close the door. If you look at any of his other movies, you see that he's so much smarter than he lets on. You know, especially when it comes to writing, when it comes to fleshing out a plot. Like that definitely feels very out of place within his entire filmography. Not in the movie, because like obviously like it's in the movie or whatever.
Yeah.
And like it does feel out of place in the movie, but it definitely sticks out like a sore thumb within the rest of his filmography.
Very true.
You know. So yeah, that's those are two things that I didn't really like about the movie. But other than that, I thought this movie was fantastic.
No, that's
you know?
that's a fair criticism.
And it's really nice to see that like it's an original film too. You know.
Yeah.
Because we don't see a lot of those nowadays. And like
An original film that's
Gotta
pretty
support
much
those.
Drive.
you gotta support
Yeah,
those.
original.
Well, Drive wasn't an original film. Drive was based on a book.
Yeah, that's true.
I know, but
I have
still.
the book too.
I mean,
book.
yeah, it's a basic plot, but it works.
Yeah, and it really all comes down to the execution of the
Godfather's
plot.
based off a book, and it's a perfect movie.
It is. It's right there.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
But,
I mean,
you
like
know-
adaptations don't mean a movie can't be perfect. It's just
No, definitely not. But like, you know, and it's just really nice to see just an original movie because you know we don't get a lot of those nowadays.
yeah.
You know, you always got to support those bad boys.
Mhm.
You know, and we actually had a decent amount of original movies last year, which is really cool to see. But and some this year as well.
Yeah.
But you know, it's really just nice to see. Excuse me, that you know, this is getting like a wider release in theaters and stuff like that. You know, a lot of people are going to see it. I think it recently just won like the box office for last week too. I think that's
Right.
you were telling me
I
about
think
that.
no, it got
No, I was-
second
no,
because
it
got second?
Despicable Me 3.
Oh, right, Despicable Me 3. But still, second place
It is
for like an
Despicable.
original
I
film.
was talking about Spider-Man
Yeah.
before, so I saw Spider-Man.
Oh, I
So-
think, no, I think you were telling me like when we were down the shore or
That
something.
Baby Driver got something?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just making that
What
up.
happened 2 days ago?
Oh, well, maybe I'm just making that up. But anyway, it's just cool to see that this is getting like a a lot of attention. You know,
Yeah,
it's an original
definitely.
film, and I think the fact that Edgar Wright's name is attached to it is getting a lot of like, you know, traction to it.
Mhm.
But you know, just the fact that this is an original film and it's succeeding, and it looks like it's going to be a box office hit. It's definitely a critical hit. But the fact that it's looking like it's going to be a box office hit is really cool to see because then maybe, you know, we're finally going to get like more original. Well, we're never going to get. I don't think this is ever going to happen again. We're never going to get more original movies than adaptations. That's never going to happen ever again.
Yeah.
But the fact that we can probably see more original movies come out soon, or at least we'll get on par with adaptations, is something that, you know, I think we'll probably be seeing in the near future, and it's something that I would love to see.
Same.
You know, support original movies, fam. Good shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think we should rate this now.
I do think we should give this a rating. So I guess I'll start.
Yeah.
I would record my boss saying words into a microphone, to a tape recorder 8.5 times out of 10.
I would drift 4 cars out of 10.
Give it a 4. A 4?
Oh yeah. By the way, every turn in this movie, every car turn is like a drift. So if you like drifting, you'll like this movie.
Yeah, this is like
Yeah.
Need for Speed.
Yeah, I was like, this is like, you know, Fast and Furious.
Personally,
If it took itself more seriously.
I'm tilted. You gave Deepwater Horizon an 8,
Yeah.
and you're giving this a 4.
Deepwater Horizon was a good fucking movie.
Deepwater Horizon is a 5.5 at best.
jeez.
Is a 5.5 or
You
6
like that,
at best.
though.
I gave it a 6.
6 is better than that.
6 is.
6 is better than 5.5.
I give it a 5.5, 6.
I see. I mean, yeah, it's a
He's
it's,
not
It's
wrong.
0.5 better.
But still,
I give
that's
this.
that's 2 points lower.
I'd give this
2.5 points lower.
movie Need 8.5 speed out of 10.
Need 8.5 speed.
That's a lot of speed.
That is a lot of speed.
That is
I'll
more
give it
speed
that.
than a snail, which is 3.
You ever see the movie Turbo? The snail that can go fast.
Samuel, was it
I
Snoop Dogg?
specifically said.
Snoop Dogg was no, I think it was
I
Ryan Reynolds.
specifically
No,
said
no,
the
no, it was
moment
Samuel
I
L.
saw that
Jackson was
trailer, I will never see this movie.
Why? What, Turbo?
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, yeah,
Because I'm
Samuel
like, it's
Jackson's
a
a
fuck-
snail.
Wait,
I think
Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson and Snoop Dogg are both snails.
Dude, that's reason enough to see it. Let's
I
be real,
didn't
dude.
know this,
Let's be real.
And then they
okay?
made a DreamWorks TV show on Netflix about it.
Let's
too.
be real, dude. That's
But-
reason enough.
Alright, I'll see it.
Oh,
Good.
man.
Yeah,
God.
so
Yeah, I just decided I don't like this movie. I just don't like it, but there's a lot of good things about this. Right?
it's not a 4. It is not a 4.
I could definitely talk about this
Yeah,
movie
I wouldn't
just
say it
for
was a 4,
hours
but-
about how much I like and dislike this movie. It's a
So
good.
you can at least give it a 5. You're split down the middle
I'll
on
give it
it.
a 4.5.
You
Alright.
asshole. Oh my god.
Hey, we got him to go up a little. Let's not
Alright,
push
you know
it.
what?
Get the,
Push it
get the
over.
0.5. You should watch your mouth, otherwise I'm giving it one more.
I squeezed the 0.5 out of you. But yeah, I mean, that's Baby Driver.
Yeah,
Yep.
So yeah,
drive me off a cliff.
drive you off a cliff.
Because I want to die.
I mean, I'm not gonna hold that against you.
Yeah.
But that's a thing you're gonna do.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, this is the Cinema Dash, and look forward to Gabbs's 10 to 20 minute one-off special.
One-off spectacular extravaganza.
Yeah, so that'll be coming out
Yeah.
soon. Look forward to my Alien Covenant one-off, where I talk about how much of a piece of shit movie that is, and so that'll give you something to look forward to. Because I'm gonna be popping off like you did in this episode on Alien Covenant. Because boy, do I have some shit to say about it. But anyway, look forward to our Alien Covenant episode, and then look forward to our Spider-Man Homecoming review, which should be coming around next week or the week after. So yeah.
How about thank you, Ian, for being on the show.
Oh yeah, and also thank you, Ian, for being on the show. You know,
Thank
hopefully
you
we
guys
have you on
for
again
having
soon.
me.
Yeah, of course.
This has
hopefully,
been a treat.
Doors always open, except
Doors
for
always
now
open.
because the door's closed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's fair.
you know, doors always open if you want to see a movie with us and talk about it afterwards. You know, get some more guests on this bad boy. So yeah, thanks again for joining us, and
I'm Gabbs.
I'm DeGe,
And I hate myself.
and
Should just left it off on there.
yeah.
This is what the outro looks like. Bye.